Hi guys, it's Chris. Welcome back to our monthly update, a video where I will talk about what happened during the month of March 2024. And a lot of things happened actually, and we made a lot of money on our public eToro portfolio. So let me go through some slides first, some introduction if this is the first time you've been watching this kind of videos. So this is a monthly update. My name is Christophe Nour. I've been a popular investor on eToro since 2022, and I've been investing in the stock market for more than 7 years now, with an average performance of 28% per year. Our goal with this public eToro account is to build wealth at a steady pace, outperforming the S&P 500 in the long term. The goal is to do 26% per year. That means a double every 3 years. Now I will talk quickly about our strategy. The big money is not in the buying and the selling, but in the waiting. That's some wise words from one of the best investors in the world, Charlie Munger. And in this public account, we will do no shorting, no leverage, and no crypto because I'm definitely not that smart and I don't like the return asymmetry of shorting. So I will just keep with Warren Buffett's principles. So you invest in good businesses for the long term. And it has been the case for this public portfolio. We have 14 great businesses that are simple, strong, and cheap. You see that most of them are in the green. I have not bought nor sold any businesses during the months of March 2024. And I like the way it is. I like the way it is. And the two positions that are in the red are Prosus and Alibaba, our two Chinese exposed positions. But that doesn't stress me at all. That's 6% of the portfolio and 3%. So roughly 10% of the portfolio is allocated to China. That's okay. I'm comfortable if I lose 10% of the portfolio. If everything goes to zero, if these Chinese positions go to zero, I'm very comfortable with the risk I have in this portfolio. And if China goes well, and if everything rebounds well, 10% is still good. If it doubles, I will be very happy with the results. Now let's talk about the portfolio performance for this month. That's where it gets interesting because I thought I had a beautiful February performance, but this March performance was even better. So during the month of March, you see in this table that we've had a gain of 9.7%. And in the next slide, you see 9.7%. That's our portfolio compared to a performance for the S&P 500 of 3.1%. So a large outperformance of the S&P 500. And for the whole year of 2024, so in 3 months, we currently have a gain of 17.6% compared to a performance for the S&P 500 of 10.8%. You saw in the previous slide in the table that we already see the performance for April. It's just that I'm recording this video right now. We are April 9th. So this is the beginning of the performance of April. But if you want to compare monthly numbers so far, at the end of March 2024, we've had a gain of 17.6%. Our target is 26%, so you can say we have almost reached our target. I don't know when we will reach this target. I don't know if we will reach this target. I'm just optimistic as always, and I believe we can reach this target. I don't have a 100% probability rate for this happening. I don't have a crystal ball. Anything can happen in the stock market, but I'm pretty confident we can reach 26% for this year. Now let's talk about the overall markets. Nothing changed much. We still have a AI hype with Nvidia and all the other companies, so nothing changed. Inflation is back. We saw some prices picking back up. We saw some inflation wage coming back strong. We see a labor market in the US that is quite strong, and maybe there will be no interest cuts for this year. The markets have been pricing in maybe 6 rate cuts at the beginning of the year, and then 5, 4, 3, 2, maybe 1. As the US economy is still strong, maybe there is no need to have interest rate cuts. And when you see the CPI, when you see the inflation rate that is still above 2% at around 3%, well, the Fed, the Federal Reserve in the US, doesn't see much data that would lead to interest rate cuts because they think inflation is still here and they want the inflation rate to be at 2% or below 2%. We are still not at this point. So at the beginning of the year, some people expected an interest rate cut in March 2023. It didn't happen. Some people still expect a rate cut in June 2024. We will see. I am no genius and I don't have any crystal ball, so we will see what happens. But inflation is still here. Inflation is back. The prices of raw materials are rising again. So we will see what will happen in 2024. And we have still some political issues which have an impact on oil markets. The oil price at the end of March, I think it was $85 a barrel. That means an increase of price of more than 10% year to date. And this fuels inflation. So I wonder what the inflation rate will be at the end of this year. Now, regarding the broad markets, in terms of valuation, the US market is still expensive. But if you remove the Magnificent Seven, valuation is reasonable. If you remove Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia, Tesla, all this stuff that is quite expensive actually, if you remove these big boys, these big companies, the PE ratio for the S&P 500 is reasonable. It's not at 25, it's at 18, which is quite reasonable. So nothing excessive here. It's just that a lot of money is invested into these 7 businesses, the Magnificent Seven, which leads to higher valuation of the broader invest. But inside the S&P 500, you have plenty of good opportunities, businesses that are reasonably valued or quite cheap. And inside the Magnificent Seven, Google and Amazon are showing some strength. Yes, they are showing some resiliency and coming back strong. So good news for them. Interest rates still at 5. We will see at the end of 2024 if interest rates will change, if there will be 2 rate cuts, 3 rate cuts, no rate cuts at all. We will see. Regarding our growth, in terms of numbers, compared to February, we've grown the number of copiers on eToro from 146 to 207. So welcome everybody. Welcome to this big ship that invests for the long term. We also have more followers. The number has grown from 1.5k to 2.1k, so over 2,000 followers. That's good news. And because of this big increase in eToro copiers and big increase in performance, the eToro AUC, so asset under copy, has grown from $163.5 thousand to now $242.7 thousand. So at the end of March, these were the numbers. And finally, we've posted a lot of videos on YouTube during this month, which increased the number of YouTube subscribers from 1,102 to 1,159. So a lot of growth everywhere. I'm very happy with these results. And I see that a strong portfolio performance leads to a strong growth in copiers, followers, and I put weekly content on YouTube, I would say, which increased the number of subscribers in the YouTube channel. So very happy with the results. This strategy seems to work and I will continue like this for the rest of 2024. Now let's talk about our future focus. Those who regularly watch my monthly reviews know this plan. The main objectives are first, to preserve capital. If you are an eToro copier, I don't want to lose your capital. I don't want to have a lot of risks for your capital. So the main point is to not lose 50% in 1 year. I think with this kind of portfolio, this will never happen, or it has a very small chance of happening. My goal is to preserve capital. The second objective is to put some YouTube content. It has been the case, and I have some great original content, I think, in the YouTube video, some interviews of friends, other investors, but also some classes on how to invest, how do I do, and maybe 2 hours of content of exercises. I'll show you exactly how to pick a stock, how to do the analysis of a stock, on which website do I do my analysis, what's the ratios I use to analyze a stock, etc., how to build a portfolio, all this kind of stuff. I think in my YouTube channel, which is my name, Christophe Nour, you can see plenty of good videos if you're interested in investing. Also, my third objective is to focus on the school community. I will talk about it later. And finally, during this year, I would like to be the first popular investor in France. There are a lot of good investors in France, and I have taken today a screenshot of the ranking of all the French popular investors. And in March, I've reached the top 10 French popular investor. So I'm very happy with the results. Last year, I had maybe 20 copiers. Right now, we are more than 200. I think in the screenshot that you currently see, it's at more than 200 because the screenshot have been taken today. But at the end of March, my number of copiers was 207. Still in the top 10. So the next step to go is top 9, top 8, top 7, maybe top 5 in a few months. We will see. But now, that's my objective on eToro, to be the first popular investor in France. Now I will talk a little bit about my school community. I spent a lot of time building a complete course, a complete class on how I invest and how to invest in the stock market. If you want to follow the best investors in the world and invest like Warren Buffett, how do you start? How do you invest? How do you pick a stock? How do you build a portfolio? That's for you. That's for the people who want to know, who want to learn how to invest like Warren Buffett. What's his principles and how can you use them for your investment portfolio? So inside this call community, you will find several things. First, you will have stock investing lessons. Right now, we have more than 15 hours of content, so a lot of content, comprehensive content, deep analysis work, deep portfolio building work. I think it's great. We also have weekly Q&A sessions with all members every Friday. It's Q&A time. We have maybe 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. I'm here as long as you want. And people ask questions. Okay, help me with this kind of analysis. What do I do here? What's the red flag for this kind of business? Can you help me with my portfolio? And we discuss the news. We discuss the analysis of some companies. We discuss the portfolio of a big guru, a big investor. We discuss the latest moves of Warren Buffett, all this kind of thing. And you can speak freely during these Q&A sessions every Friday. Also, in this call community, we have some personal coaching, one-on-one coaching. Like you can take 2 hours of your time and I will help you analyze the business you want to analyze, or I will help you improve your portfolio, what's your goals, etc. We will discuss this, and depending on what's your strategy, what's your time horizon, what's your risk tolerance, I can help you build the portfolio you want. And I think for these kind of elements, if you're new to the stock market, you maybe need some help. And I'm here to give you this little push so that you can grow your wealth for the long term and get financial freedom. We have some good resources inside this call community, including a complete checklist that you have to check before you invest in a stock. That's a comprehensive checklist of all the income statement, profitability, balance sheet, cash flow statement, emotional bias, everything you need to know before you invest in a stock. That's completely for free inside the Squid community. You also have some promotional codes on financial websites. If you want to have a financial website and you want to register, well, inside the Squid community, you get some discounts. For example, if you want to use a website called FinChat, you can use my promo code and get a 25% discount for this website. So that's some great deals. And if you want to test all of these, if you want to try and see the classes and participate in the weekly Q&A sessions, this school community is free for 1 month. So you can just try it out, see if it fits you, and see if you like it. You can take advantage of personal coaching completely for free during 1 month. And after that, if you like it, the price will likely increase soon. But right now, it's at $27 per month. That means 90 cents per day, less than $1 per day. For the kind of value that you will get inside the school community, I think that's a good deal for both of us. As of right now, you get 1 month free trial. You don't even have to put your credit card, just put your address mail, register, and that's it. You're inside and test it for 1 month. So if you want to join the school community, there is a link in description. This is the first link and it's very easy to log in. So maybe I will see you inside. I think that's it for this monthly update. In overall, great performance, great growth overall in terms of followers, copiers, subscribers, great new content on YouTube, and great content inside the school community. We are more than 100 members inside this community, and I'm very happy with the results. So I see you next time. Bye bye.